Let's meditate. It is what it is. That's a little sign that I created a few days ago. If I were to interpret, because I don't remember the moment of when I felt like it, but it must be about to be at the absolute state of being. It is what it is. When we are at the state of experiencing whatever it is at the time, it could be a thought passing by, could be anything that we feel from eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, or anything. It is as it is. So if we are truly in the state of as it isness, if I interpret, we are connected to the way of the universe, the way of nature, everything as it is, as manifestation of laws of nature, and awareness is to directly experience that. So when we breathe in and breathe out, nothing but breathing. When we listen, a car passing by, it is what it is. If there's any pain, any place, it is what it is. But if you touch in your mind to play with the thought of the pain, how it developed, where it came from, what's going to happen, then you're paying attention to the pain driven by your mind to figure out, instead of being the state of absolute being. And the power to be able to do that, to be in that simple state, is joriki, steady power, cultivated from being in such a state. I just thought of Zen saying, there's a guy named Joshu who said something like, people get used by time, but I use time. It took time to figure that out, the meaning of it. In fact, when he got enlightened, there's a koan about the occasion, ordinary way. It's in the Gateless Gate koan. Mumonkan. No gate, but we create gate. And he said, after, it took 30 years to be in such a state, because the moment of awakening was just that. He took 30 years to practice and to be able to say, I use the time not to be used. Meaning, you can use the mind and listen to the heart. So before that, there may have been mini awakening, confirmation, but still the mind get into the way, and he was used by the time or the mind. So that's the state, like Confucius say, I think it was age 70, which is almost 7 years ago. I have to remember how I can say it in English. Just following the mind as it wish, but not get out of the way. So he could use the mind as much as Joshu could use the time, which is related to the logic, and the logic played out in the mind. Confucius may have pointed the same. So if that's 70, we don't have to play this mind, but 30 years before that is 40, for the case of Joshu, to get to the point. So first part for most of us is to learn or unlearn to use the mind, get to the state of no mind. When you get there with samadhi, no mind, no self, there's nothing. everything as it is. Absolute state of being, no judgment, just be. You may call it the nirvanic state with bliss. Why? Because being able to listen to the body and heart cells are happy to jump around instead of being confined by the use of the mind, the logic, the word. Liberated from that. Once you have achieved or effortless effort, it just happens, not you achieving, there's no you. Then you are liberated, feel like you are in samadhi, peace, eternal home. But we live in the society, not just sitting in the mountain or meditating, experiencing nirvanic state. Anyway, enough talk. Find the state of empty-mindedness. Nothing, empty, transparent. Just be. It is what it is. So there's no you, but for the sake of discussion, you melt into the nature, the way of nature, no self. And you may feel the energy as if it points self-organizing process, nature's way being played out. Whatever is needed to keep us alive, nutrition, air, healing, for us to be healthy, be natural. And you don't need mind to be. Don't be fearful. As in the case of Myokonin, let the mind go. Funeral of ego. And Saichi says he goes to the nirvanic state and come back, go and come back. So the entry path may be seen as different, but essence is, as I see it, the same. Whether it's Myokonin's Shin Buddhism or the Zen, or anyone who goes through the state of samadhi at the deep level. I call it eternal home. It may become obvious, but AI doesn't have heart. I confirmed it. It's an extension of brain, rationality, no feeling, machine. It is what it is. I hope that the AI helped us to be accelerate or help awakening. It may still to open up the avenue to do that by making things simple, combine, and eliminate. And AI can help. But the feeling part, they can do the intellect part, logic part. But the feeling part, may be difficult, if not impossible. So, right, everybody's living their own life. It's their own job, not depending on others. But others may help, but final act of life is our own, each person. Not to discourage. Just feel at home. Yesterday we got some rain, now a little windy but sunny. Wherever you are, that's your home. And however you feel, you have your home inside. Or it could be your God, if you like, or the nature's way. Let's connect to your heart. Thank you for joining. Have a good day. May all beings be happy.